breaking all the breaking all the breaking all the breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules?
Alright, so let's get into it. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear as my foundation, full coverage and waterproof. Love this foundation whenever I want a full glam look because it stays all day. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into my concealer. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with like a flat brush. It's super thick, so I just want to make sure I get that all in the creases and all underneath my eyes. And of course, you definitely have to make sure you set it. And I'm using the Makeup Forever and Setting Translucent Powder. They actually have 4 different shades according to your complexion, and I absolutely love it. It's super smooth and just gives a beautiful luminosity. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. This is my favorite brow kit because it has both a gel and a powder mix from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to go ahead and use an angle brush from Sephora and go ahead and fill my brows in. I'm not going to really get into too much detail with my brows because that can be a completely whole different video of its own. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you how I do them very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and take some translucent powder underneath my brow bone. This just go ahead and just kind of separates that shininess that's underneath and on top of my brows. It's really important. Now I'm going to go ahead with the Sephora Matte Shadow Sticks, and I'm using white because with the look that I'm going for, I want every color to really stand out. I'm just going to do this very messily and blend that out with my finger up to my brow bone. It's just so important to make sure that your lid is very, very neutralized and make sure that you can really grab that color. I'm going to go with the Kat Von D white shadow, and I'm going to set that all over my lid so that that cream doesn't cake up once I put the real eyeshadow on. And from that same palette, I'm going to go ahead with the black, and with a nice, skinny, precise brush, I'm going to go ahead and sketch out where I want that crease to kind of start. I'm doing this according to my eye shape because whenever I look up, I don't necessarily have hooded eyes, but my crease is in the weirdest position. So I have to take that line and put it above where my natural crease is to create more a defined look. So I'm slowly adding a little bit of black every time to intensify the crease. Now, this part is extremely important in order to get a cut crease look. I'm going in with a flat brush and adding a little bit more dimension towards the end and slowly kind of like buffing it in with a little bit of stippling motion so that it can give more an intensity look. And it's so important to really, really take your time, blend it through, and just go back, take a look at yourself, and continue blending, adding, and then taking away. Your concealer is going to be your best friend. As you see, I'm cleaning it up with that IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Concealer. I'm just going underneath so I can get a nice, clean, precise look for my crease. So after that, I'm going to go ahead with that maroon shade, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit onto the crease. This is just going to give it a little bit more dimension, kind of creating its own texture look in a way, so that it can be in more in depth. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that thing out so it can kind of like not get too intense, but just enough that you can see it.
With my cuz, drink till I earl, always way past the buzz. X pills have my eyes rolling back up in my.
So I'm going to go back with a little bit of that black, and I'm going to intensify that crease line that I created in the beginning, just because when you blend and blend and blend, it tends to kind of just fade away a little bit. So I'm just going to go back with a little bit of that black, kind of blend it out with my brush, and then add a little bit of concealer on the top of my brow bone so that the colors don't go all the way and touch my forehead, because it ain't cute. So that white cream that we put on originally as our base, we're going to go back and working to make that whole entire lid a little bit more dramatic. Just because with a cut crease, you have to show where something ends and where something starts. So I'm going to take that cream and I'm going to put it all on my lid and bring it out to the edge so that when I connect my liner, it's going to look all nice and prettyful. I'm using Eye Candy Caramel Apple Glitter, and I'm going to put the glitter glue all over my lid and take the glitter, yes, take the glitter and put it all on my lid. I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing for this video and what color I wanted to use for my lid. All I know I needed something to be nice and sparkly. We need a little glitter in our life. The world is crazy, so let our eyeballs be the light for the world to see. So I'm just gonna pack on that glitter all over my lid and just embrace it a little bit, because hunty, y'all. So with that Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to take that shade and put it underneath my eyes, in my waterline area, just give a little bit more color. And then I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to actually put it in where the maroon shade is, just because I want to intensify the color just a little bit. The maroon didn't come out the way that I wanted to, so I wanted to add a little bit more life. I'm going ahead and just get a dark brown liner and put that underneath my eyes. And my favorite liner is only $3, so go to Walmart, get you one, only $3, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and with a nice liner. Whenever you have glitter, you want to use something that's a little bit more water-based when it comes down to your liner, because it's going to give a nice, fresh cut. Oh, it's so beautiful. I can't stop talking about this. This is my favorite liner, and it's only $3. Like, hello? So this part is where the dramatic will come in. I'm going to take the top of that and go in to where that crease is going to give more definition. I'm literally just linking it in and taking all of my energy and putting that into the crease. As you see, it's going to give it a little bit more dramatic look. So I'm adding a little bit as I go to give it more of an intense crease cut. I absolutely love this look. It gives me so much life. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Just continue watching. So my beautiful husband, you got me my chocolates. And I'm so excited. Oh, hold on, one moment. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and prime our lashes. I'm using the Dior Show Lashes Primer. It's so amazing. I love it so much. Okay, so of course you can put some mascara on because you don't want your lashes to be white. Duh. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my lashes on. Again, if you want a little better tutorial about lashes, let me know. And you already know, in order to have a full glam look, you got to make sure you contour. So I'm taking my stippling brush and I'm buffing that in. I like to use more of a stippling brush just because whenever I contour, it gives it more of defined look. It really gives me more dramatic look. And I'm just like kind of buffing that in through those areas. So I'm using the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D on top of the cream, just because again, full glam look, you really want to go a little bit more on the dramatic side. So I really wanted to find those natural shades that I already have in my face. So I'm using all three of the shades on that contour palette to go ahead and bring my cheekbones out. I'm taking that same translucent powder and I'm going underneath to define that contour. It is so important to define the contour. You want that thing to be so on point you can slice somebody when you're walking down the street. Okay, I'm into you. And I'm just going back underneath my eyes just to give it more definition because I think it wasn't dark enough for me. I'm going with the Huda Beauty liner, Vixen, my favorite. I've used it in the last 2 videos. Love it. Now for my lipstick, I'm using the Urban Decay. Their new Vice lipsticks, they came out with some beautiful shades. This is my first time actually using this purple shade. I really wasn't sure how it was going to come out until like literally just now. And I loved it. It just gives a beautiful gloss look and it meshed so well with the liner. I just absolutely loved the way that it looked. So I'm going to go ahead and dust off that translucent powder. Again, very extremely lightly and touch up underneath the eyes. For my highlight, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Carli Byel palette. These highlights right here are life. You're about to witness life. Ready, set, yes. Yes. Reflection. That's all you need. A little bit goes a long way, people. Look. I'm just feeling myself right now. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And again, I'm just going to go back in that contour, just kind of buff that out a little bit, give it more definition, because once you put that translucent powder, sometimes it can just kind of get too sharp, get too undefined. I just really need it nice and blend out. So I had to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright guys, and this is the look, the final results. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you learned some tips and tricks on the way. And I want to give a special shout out to Poetry. My girl, she hooked me up with my hairstyle. It's called Goddess Braids. And if you want her information, I'll have that linked below for you. Again, thank you so much for watching my video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. You have a great day.